The divorce is inevitable. I bet the majority of you have had a few relationships in your life. What causes the breakup usually is that you end up not on the same page, or you're going different directions. In short, you both realise that you want different things in life. Or perhaps your relationship was abusive. Abuse can come in many forms, both physical and mental, and both can be just as destructive. Sometimes the abused partner stays with the abuser, and that one never ends well. If we compare that to the United Kingdom and consider that the union between Scotland and England is akin to a marriage, then we can definitely see that the two are definitely moving in different directions. Take Brexit for a start. England wanted it and Scotland did not. I could end right here, but I've got more to say. We can definitely look back to a time where Scotland took full part in the empire, and a lot of our people actually ran it, administrators, so on and so forth. However, instead of being rewarded for our part in that, we ended up being abused. Let's consider the mental abuse for a moment. One such event was the subsidy junkie myth. The people of Scotland were actually told they were too poor and only existed because England kept bailing us out. That nonsense continued until a Treasury Minister finally admitted that Scotland contributed a lot more than it got back. However, the damage was done. And to this day, we still have people living in Scotland who are misinformed and still believe the subsidy junkie myth. The thing that will surprise those people is that there is Scotland that has the real wealth, and a divorce could leave England with an awful lot to sort out. People seem to measure how well off someone or a country is in money terms and conflate the term money and wealth as being the same thing. The two words are interchanged wrongly and given the same meaning, but they are entirely different. This is important to understand. Money is a tool we use to distribute wealth. It prevents us from having to barter, say, a peg for 2 chickens, and so on and so forth. It's simply a promissory note, that's all. Wealth, real wealth, is made up from, say, in country terms, natural resources, and even includes the population of a country. Of course, the better educated that population is, the better. So when looking at such a divorce, we can say that Scotland has 85% of all the natural resources of the entire UK, and its population, in a recent report, are the highest educated population in Europe. I'm not saying England will be destitute, but they won't be living in such a des res as they think they're entitled to. Scotland and our people tend to be more down to earth, and entitlement isn't our way. After the divorce, Scotland will prosper in a realistic way and at a realistic pace. I don't expect that Westminster will be eager to come to any negotiating table, and that's all right. We can leave stuff like that to the divorce lawyers, also known as the Vienna Convention, and just start with the word half to be getting on with. However, I'll be happy just to walk away debt-free and have secure control over the stuff in my half of the house. I'm sure many of you feel the same way. Scotland at that point would have the power and potential to move onward and upward, whereas England would be on a mission of damage control and reduction and a big reality check for its population. To end this, I really don't wish harm for the people of England, no. I want them first to deal with the reality that such a divorce would bring and eventually come to our table as a friend instead of an abuser. Yes, the divorce is inevitable, and unfortunately we're going to get told we're not good enough to become an independent country lots of times and from many directions. However, we know better, don't we? Keep smiling, because we'll all feel better when it's over, as is usually the case when two people divorce. That's all I've got to say.